Welcome back to Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. So we got the Springfield 2020 out here again today. So we have so far we shot some test groups with the Pua and also Ely, a little bit of SK ammo. And as you guys have been seeing, it was all over the place from the beginning. Then we started single feeding it. Got a little better. We started out with the 18 power Monstrum scope on it, which was what came on it. And then I upped it to this 10 to 40 Vector Optics Sentinel. I really like this scope. It's new to me, but so far I'm really liking it. Then we took the barrel off, took it to Justin, and we had the barrel recrowned, and that seemed to help it a lot. Now, this stock had a lot of flex out front. So, in the stock, there's channels with dividers. I had a 3/8 inch extension for a ratchet that was in my grandfather's tools, and he had beaten on it with a hammer. It was beat up pretty bad. I never used it. So I cut that extension and I took a Dremel and dremeled out the dividers in the channel to where that 3/8 inch extension would fit down in that channel. And then I mixed up epoxy and BBs and filled this whole forearm with epoxy, BBs, and that 3/8 inch ratchet extension that I cut to fit in here perfectly. My barrel is free floated and it's not touching all the way out. It is now stiffer, and then we also mounted a Picatinny rail on the bottom here so that we could shoot off of this brass rest that Rimfire Dave made and sent to me. This will give me a little more stability. It'll take a lot of me out of it and test the gun. The last groups that we shot that I felt like done really good was Center X and also Pistol OSP. So I got a little bit of Center X here and a little bit of Pistol OSP. So we're gonna try those today and see if stiffening up this stock and shooting it off this rest makes an improvement, any at all. And one other thing I did do, and we're going to try to, instead of me putting the round in there manually myself, we had bought this single round follower from eBay that's 3D printed, and it was still not wanting to feed very well from this magazine. So I took some aluminum tape, duct tape, like they use for duct work. I put a couple pieces on here to thicken up the front side, and that seemed to shim the magazine up enough to where the rounds are now chambering well just off of the single round feeder. So we're going to try to shoot some rounds here and see if this is an improvement. Where we go from here, I have a Trigger Tech trigger at home. We may try to change the trigger. We'll try that. I've also had some requests to put some JB bore compound on a mop and try to polish the barrel just a little bit. But if you've seen my original video of this with the bore scope, the barrel on this don't look too bad. I mean, it don't have any marks that sticks out to me as far as machining marks or anything like that. It looks just as good as any other barrel I've looked down. So, enough chatter. We got a slight breeze out here today. Um, I'm going to start off with this Center X single feeding and see. We'll just go to the top left. We got that accurateshooter.com target out there to where we can hold a little better on the targets. So let's just see if we can put a 5-round group out there with Center X. And this is a totally cold bore right after the upgrades. Wow, that shot way low. It's down there again. So the last time I shot this, I may have changed the scope and shot it out at 100 yards. So let me dial my shots up. And we'll come a little bit left. Let's try that. Back up at that top corner, holding dead on. Okay, so the magazine trick did not work. That one tried to shave. We're going to set that in the side and go back to pushing it down the pipe. Okay. See one more there, make 5, I believe. Still better than when it first started out. The trigger on this is not a horrible trigger at all. It's just a little bit heavy. All right, we're going to the next target to the right. Yep, hold my mouth right. Shiminy Christmas. Okay, last one of Cinerex here, and then we're going to move on to pistol OSP. I don't think that stiffening the stock helped us any. So far, I'm not seeing it. Let's go third row down, first one on the left. Okay, pistol OSP, first group, not so great. Next one over. I also failed to mention that before bringing this gun back out, I cleaned it and scrubbed it, the barrel, so well that when you push a patch through it, it came out with nothing on it. It was white. I mean, absolutely cleanest barrel I've ever cleaned. Took that time to clean, start off fresh. So OSP might be coming around. Might be just getting that barrel seasoned up enough. Oh, spoke too soon. Not bad. Threw one out, but that might be worth going at it again just to see if we can get a repeat. And the wind had laid down there just for a minute too, so the wind might be hindering us just a little bit. I also failed to mention, after putting the rod in here and the BBs and epoxy, this rifle now weighs 10.5 pounds. Let's go to the next target over to the right and see if we can get it to do anything the same. Close to it anyway. Everybody and their brother's trying to call me right now. Point of impact definitely different there. I can feel a breeze blowing here on my back, but my wind flag down there on the target is not moving. So that was the split group, and it had a group going on the left and a group going on the right. That's weird. Guys, I'm going to do something real quick here, and I'll be right back with you. I'm going to put my Caldwell control fire out here, and I'm going to shoot this rifle off of a regular rest and see if we can do any better holding it off a regular rest. It's worth a try. Okay, so I switched out rests. We got rid of the brass rest. We're in the control fire that we're always shooting off of in matches. We're going to see if that makes a difference. I don't think it's going to help that much. The gun overall is shooting much better than it was when we got it. I know a lot of people is not going to like single feeding it, but I've yet to figure out that issue with it shaving bullets. Next step, like I said, I got a Trigger Tech special trigger that's a little lighter than this one. We'll try a lighter trigger. Again, I don't know if that'll help us much. And probably the last trick I have up my sleeve is rebarreling the rifle. And I have a extra barrel laying around that it's a Green Mountain barrel that was for a 1022, 24-inch barrel. And if I cut the breech end off of it and rethread it, I'll probably end up with a 22-inch or maybe even a 20-inch Green Mountain barrel fitted to this action. And we'll try shooting a Green Mountain barrel off of this action. Not a very expensive barrel, and the fact that I have friends that are gunsmiths / machinists, I got a couple of good friends that's helping me with this stuff, so it hasn't cost me anything as far as the work. The barrel so far is, other than the epoxy that I bought to put this, stiffen this stock, and this single round follower, that's the only money I've spent. And of course I switched the scope out, but scopes don't go with the rifle anyway. So the focus here is on the rifle, not the scope. So that's going to be our last resort. If we don't see something come of this right here, then probably the next time you see this rifle, it'll be uh, rebarreled. And we might, since I had a few viewers request it, we might try lapping the barrel. But again, I don't think that's going to help because when I slug this barrel, the barrel's already, to me, got a loose tolerance to it. So polishing that out even more is just going to make it even looser. So I don't think that's going to help us gain any accuracy. So I think rebarreling is the way to go, and we're going to try it. So, anyways, let's hope that this one here lays down some groups. And we're going to shoot the Lapua OSP first this time, just because that's what we shot last, and then we'll switch over to that 10 Center X. That's not a bad group right there. That's probably, if I was guessing, point 0.4, high point 0.4s, maybe a 0.5, which again is much better than what this rifle was from stock. That's worth shooting 5 more just to see if it'll repeat that. Um, it it's doing a weird thing though. It's kind of a split group deal. It shot 2 in one hole, and then 2 in another hole, and then the next shot kind of linked them all together. So that last shot, the wind picked up, but those first 4, that was a good group. So it's showing a lot of promise, but we're gonna keep going just for you guys. I didn't get this rifle I didn't expect for it to be the best rifle in my box. This was mainly a rifle to make content for you guys, and that's what we're doing here today. So let's shoot 5 Cinerex here. Point of impact's just a little different with Cinerex. Wow. Not sure what happened there, but it's an inch out. Something definitely changed there. 5:55 p.m. It fell apart. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt here. We're going to shoot 5 more. That's not a horrible group. Probably a ½ inch. Again, better than what it was from the factory. So we got a few more things we're going to try to keep this series going. Appreciate y'all taking the time to watch this. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. We'll see you on the next one. Have a blessed day.